Sudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naisthiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam discussion. Today we are going to see the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, text number 36. 1936. This is the continuation of the same chapter, the appearance of Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Anyathā te avyakta-gater.
Anyathā te avyakta-gateḥ.
Darśanam nah katham nṛṇām.
Darśanam katham
nitarāṁ mriyamāṇānāṁ.
nitarām mriyamāṇānāṁ.
Saṁsiddhasya vanīyasaḥ.
Saṁsiddhasya vanīyasaḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Anyathā,
Anyathā,
otherwise.
otherwise.
Te,
Te,
your.
your.
Avyakta-gateḥ,
avyakta-gateḥ.
of one
Of one
whose movements are invisible.
whose movements are invisible.
Darśanam,
Darśanam,
meeting.
meeting.
Nah, for us.
For us.
Katham,
Katham,
how.
how.
nṛṇām,
nṛṇām,
of the people.
of the people.
Nitarāṁ,
nitarām,
specifically.
specifically.
mriyamāṇānāṁ,
mriyamāṇānāṁ,
of those who are about to die.
who are about to die.
Saṁsiddhasya,
Saṁsiddhasya,
of one who is all perfect.
who is all perfect.
Vanīyasaḥ,
vanīyasaḥ,
voluntary appearance.
voluntary appearance.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Otherwise, without being inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa,
without being inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa,
how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here?
voluntarily appeared here.
Though you are moving incognito to the common man and are not visible to us who are on the verge of death.
Hare Krishna.
Purport. The great sage Śukadeva Gosvāmī was certainly inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa to appear voluntarily before Mahārāja Parīkṣit, the great devotee of the Lord, just to give him the teachings of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. One can achieve the nucleus of the devotional service of the Lord by the mercy of the spiritual master and the personality of Godhead. The spiritual master is the manifested representative of the Lord to help one achieve ultimate success. One who is not authorized by the Lord cannot become a spiritual master. Śrīla Śukadeva Gosvāmī is an authorized spiritual master, and thus he was inspired by the Lord to appear before Mahārāja Parīkṣit and instruct him in the teachings of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. One can achieve the ultimate success of going back to Godhead if he is favored by the Lord sending him his true representative. As soon as the true representatives of the Lord is met by the devotee of the Lord, the devotee is assured a guarantee for going back to Godhead just after leaving the present body. This, however, depends on the sincerity of the devotee himself. The Lord is seated in the heart of all living beings, and thus he knows very well the movements of all individual persons. As soon as the Lord finds that a particular soul is very eager to go back to Godhead, the Lord at once sends his bona fide representative. The sincere devotee is thus assured by the Lord of going back to Godhead. The conclusion is that to get the assistance and help of a bona fide spiritual master means to receive the direct help of the Lord himself. Om Tat. Hare Krishna. Om anyathā ஞானாஞானशलाकये चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा. Till the previous sloka, we discussed that in this chapter, Parikṣit Maharaj came to the bank of Ganges and he was sit and going to meditate until death. So he wanted to meditate, there is a confusion there. All the sages around the universe, they are assembled there. There is a confusion. All the sages, everybody have their own opinion, what to do. Somebody saying that Ashtanga Yoga, somebody saying Jnana Yoga, somebody talking about Bhakti Yoga. There are many confusions there. So in that particular time, accidentally and without expecting, nobody expected that the Śukadeva Gosvāmī, the great devotee of the Lord, appeared there. So he is the great devotee of the Lord. He is by birth itself, he was a detached person. And he came there and Parikṣit Maharaj invited him and he gave the exalted seat, the respected seat to him. And all the other devotees, all the other sages assembled there, including Śukadeva Gosvāmī's father, Vyasadeva, and his guru, Narada Muni. They were also were there, and all of them anonymously they selected, let the Śukadeva Gosvāmī speak about the Lord. So that is a good thing. So now it is going to happen. That's the reason they elected him and they give the topmost position in that place. So now, then Śukadeva Gosvāmī, he was sitting on the seat and the Parikṣit Maharaj, he was glorifying Śukadeva Gosvāmī. So now, again, till yesterday we saw there are multiple glorification here for Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Now, today he is glorifying that without being inspired by the Lord. So it is not because nobody invited Śukadeva Gosvāmī over there in the particular place. Nobody invited. And because all the other sages, they came to know, they came over there. Śukadeva Gosvāmī also is a special person who is going to discourse the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to Parikṣit Maharaj. So before that, this is happening before that. So Śukadeva Gosvāmī also appeared in the place voluntarily, without any invitation, without somebody compelling. He voluntarily appeared there. So now Parikṣit Maharaj is saying that this is because of the mercy of the Lord. That is the reason, because the Lord inspired by the devotee's intention, so he sent a pure devotee there so that everybody get the benefit out of it. So because the reason what he is saying that usually the sadhus are incognito. Incognito in the sense it is not invisible always. For our eyes, they will be invisible. See, even since we are connected with some spiritual organization, so we have some spiritual knowledge, so we can understand who are all moving in front of us. If somebody going with a saffron dress, or somebody wearing a tilak, or somebody wearing the tilak, and by seeing them, we can understand that they are the devotees of the Lord. We will immediately say the devotees of the Lord. But for the non-devotees who are not having the consciousness of the Lord, they are also roaming around this material world. Those people, even though the devotees of the Lord roaming in between them, they can't identify because their identification is more on the materialistic way. they will see the person's, if a person wear the costliest dress, expensive jewels, and expensive car, if he come the expensive car, if we have so much of crowd along with him, so this materialistic people vision, it will attract by that only. It won't attract by the devotees of the Lord, even though the devotees of the Lord staying among those one of them, and they are very sincere devotees of the Lord. Their ornament is only the tilak and kandimala is the only ornament. They won't wear any gold, any diamond, nothing. And they won't use any expensive things also. They won't their dress also. Normal dhoti kurta only will be there. They won't use any expensive car, expensive this, nothing. They will use. This is a simple person. So that is the reason for normal person eyes, they will be in the incognito, because they won't, normal people's eyes won't attract by the devotees of the Lord. There are normal people, attraction will be on the expensive things and where is the crowd is there. So that is the reason you can see that if somebody, politician or somebody, some city actor, if they come immediately, the crowd will be going that attracted by them and they are going behind them. If somebody, some sports person, cricketer came, means then there is a crowd. So those crowd, if the same crowd, if there is a great devotee of the Lord, if one pure devotee of the Lord came, then what will happen? Only the devotees who knows the pure devotee, this is the pure devotee of the Lord, only those people will go and get the blessing of the person. But all the other people who are all not the devotees, who are not have the consciousness of the God, what they will do, they will attracted by the material things. They can't attracted, they won't attracted by these pure devotees of the Lord. That is the reason the pure devotees of the Lord is always moving incognito towards the common man. But here in this particular place, Parīkṣit Maharaj is explaining that even though this Śukadeva Gosvāmī was incognito person, so we discussed already, Śukadeva Gosvāmī, he was walking on the road, because he was, by seeing himself, he is some different person, because he not wear any dress, he was nacked, he was walking, he was like a madman. For the common people, he is like a madman. That's the reason the children and women are chasing him, or coming behind him, and they were seeing him as like a different different person among the human being. So here Parīkṣit Maharaj is saying that without the Lord Kṛṣṇa's inspiration, so how it is possible the great devotee of the Lord Śukadeva Gosvāmī can come over here? That is also at the time of my death. This is the particular, this is the exact situation where I need the knowledge. That time Lord sent the great devotee. That's what Parīkṣit Maharaj was glorifying. So in here, Prabhupada also explaining that one person, because Lord is sitting as a Paramatma in everyone's heart, as a Paramatma. So whatever the activities you are doing, everything is recorded by Paramatma. He is an overseer. He was overseeing whatever the activities we are doing. And also, some people, you can say that they will have internal, their feeling will be something. Outwardly, they will do the show of something different. For example, they may give some free things to the people. The politicians, they used to give the free things to the people. It is outwardly, it is kind of, they are doing the help. But internally, they think, okay, if I give this, these people put a vote for me, so I want their vote. So that is the selfishness will be there. So these things cannot be identified by the common person. The common person, what they will think, oh, this is a great person, great personality. He is doing the social service. He is helping us, all the poor people. Like that, the common people will think. But Lord inside, who is sitting as a Paramatma on all the living entities, he is sitting there as a Paramatma in the person. The politician also, he is sitting. So he aware of the intention. Lord will aware of the intention, even though it is not visible outside. So the intention, he aware of that. So based on that, the result will be based on that, he will give to that person. Lord is direct the result. So here, Parīkṣit Maharaj, so Śrīla Prabhupada is saying that whenever a person is ready to learn about Lord, we want to know about the Lord, he wanted to go back to Godhead at the time of death, he wanted to come out of the birth and death cycle, Lord will send his representative, bona fide representative to him, so that he will get the proper knowledge and he will come back. And so how is it possible? Because we think because we are also wanted, because once upon a time we were also in that situation. So we were also looking for something because of our previous pious activities. Something we got to know that, okay, something we in this lifetime I need to know who is God and who am I, what is the relation between me and God, and how can I get the salvation, how can I go out of this birth and death. So before connecting with any spiritual organization, particularly ISKCON, so we don't know about Krishna consciousness. What is Krishna consciousness? Why you want to read Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose of reading Bhagavad Gita? And what is the purpose of our life? We don't know what is the purpose of our life. That's all. We are very, very, very in the ignorant place. You and me, everyone. But after joining here, after reading the Lord's words from the Bhagavad Gita, and also it is written by a pure devotee of the Lord Śrīla Prabhupada, we provide the purport. So by reading the purport, we are many lakhs of people, crores of people become a devotees of the Lord. Even if you see this Bhagavad Gita, more than 5 crores of Bhagavad Gita sold in Gulf countries itself. Though there are so many people wanted to know about the God. So Lord, yes, whatever, even the books are reaching, Bhagavad Gita is reaching so many people. That means Lord is sending the pure devotee in the form of Bhagavad Gita, the form of book to those people, because those people little intention, they wanted to know about the Lord little bit. So immediately Lord sending the representative as in the form of book. And whose intention is so strong, we may not having the intention previously so strong, but maybe in the previous birth, we may intentionally desire to go back to Godhead. That is the reason we are into the communication of the pure devotees of the Lord, like Śrīla Prabhupada. At least we were not along with him physically, but we are having the association of his Śrīla Prabhupada books and his purports. It is helping us to move ahead in the bhakti, and it is making us strong each and every day. We are progressing each and every day, even though the spiritual master is not there, but the writings are there. By seeing, by hearing his lectures, by reading his books, by by reading his purports, we are able to make ourselves perfect. See, nobody is seeing us, right? Why we are perfecting ourselves? Earlier, we used to go for a movie, we used to go for a mall, we used to enjoy our dresses. I want to dress, I want to go for the party, this and that. And I will, whatever I want, I will eat, whatever in the road also, whatever we'll eat non-veg, we'll go for anything. But once we get into the ladder of bhakti, by reading this purports of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and hearing lectures from the pure devotees, slowly our progress also happening. We are leaving whatever we are able to, slowly we are understanding the darkness, because of when there is a light, the darkness won't be there. So Lord is like a light. Even the Lord came in the form of sound also. It will ignore. Sound can be a light also. So here in all of our life, Lord came as a sound form. It came as a sound form. It became a light, brightness in our light, because we were in the darkness. We were in the ignorance. Ignorance means darkness. We were in the darkness side of the life. When the Lord, the holy name came in our life, immediately it became light up. Our surrounding became light up. We were able to see what is the reality in life, what is happening in our life, what we are doing daily, day-to-day activity, what we are doing. It is all, most of the things we are doing for our sense gratification also we are doing. So then later we came to know that we understand based on this Prabhupada purports that, and from the Lord's words, Prabhupada giving the explanation to that. Because Lord gave only the 4 lines of the pure devotees and the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, there are only 4 lines. The sloka is the 4 lines. The 4 lines, it is, even though it is direct, not everyone can understand the Sanskrit. So it got translated by the pure devotees of the Lord, and it is given into the form, whatever the language we know. And also this Prabhupada kind of pure devotees, they wrote the purport for that. Purport in the sense to explain more, to reach the common people who are not able to understand the spiritual words. So this, especially the Purports, whatever he wrote, it is like connected with the current modern. We are saying that currently we are living in the modern world. So it is aligned with the modern world, so that we can compare the things, reality, by we can feel that, and we can understand deeply. So that is the reason all these purports, whatever the lectures, whatever the pure devotees are giving, if you hear that, automatically it will make the change in our heart. So the Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord. When we can understand that, here it is mentioned that Parīkṣit Maharaj is praising Śukadeva Gosvāmī because Lord, he had the intention that at the time of death, I wanted to hear about the Lord. That is his intention. Immediately, as a Paramatma, Lord is sitting inside of his heart, immediately he sends Śukadeva Gosvāmī there, then this Bhagavatam is happening there. Similar way, see, if you see, Prabhupada went to America because he was also not, initially he was also not planned. It is he was planned. I want to go to America, but he don't have any opportunities because he don't have money, nothing. When he leave America, he had only 40 rupees in his hand, Indian rupee 40 rupees. And somebody sponsored him in a cargo ship. So the cargo ship, it took around 2 months to reach America. From Calcutta to America, it took 2 months. In the 2 months in between, he was doing the travel in the sea, and because of the sea sickness, he was vomiting, his body became deteriorated. His age was around more than 70. At the age of 70, he was leaving. His body became deteriorated. At the 70, in the current situation, we won't go out of the house also. But that person single-handedly, Srila Prabhupada, single-handedly, he left the home. He left everything. He took sannyasa. So he was living for only to spread the Lord's glories and to make the devotees. That's all. To make the people who are all ignorant, to make them awareness. That's the reason he spent his entire life. Then he was traveling for 2 months to America. Once he reached America, he don't know where to go and whom to speak. Yes, he don't know anybody there. He don't have money also. He sat around under a tree near a park. He was just singing. He was singing the kirtan, Lord's name. Just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this mantra only he did there. Under a tree, he did a kirtan. With a single kartal, he was doing the kirtan. That's all. Nobody's there around him, no followers, nobody. He was alone. Under a tree, he was sitting and he was doing in the park. During that time, in the history, if you see, there are some people, we'll call it as the hippies. In America, there is a hippieism. A group of people were there. Even the government, American government was having the worry about those kind of people, because the hippies, they were born in a respectable family, but they are not following what is the principles of life. They are, whatever the mind is saying, they used to live in that way. So whatever food they are getting, they used to eat. They won't be neat and clean. They will mix with multiple women. They will stay on the roadside here and there in the parks, and he will intoxicated. So all those nonsense things they used to do, those kind of hippie people. They are the very, very, very degraded people in America. So those people, when this Prabhupada go and sit under the tree and you do the kirtan, those people who are stayed in the park, they don't have any home. They will homeless people. The hippies are homeless people. They will living life like an intoxicated life. So they were sitting around him with the intoxication. They came in front of Prabhupada and they started dancing, because Prabhupada doing some kirtan, Hare Krishna kirtan. They were dancing in front of Prabhupada. Later, what happened? See, by seeing, but by the association of the pure devotee of the Lord, their heart also melted. How it is? Because it is said there in the Shastras, when a pure devotee, the pure devotee's association, if a person get, that person also will get the bhakti immediately. His heart will change, he will get the bhakti. The similar way, the same thing, it is proved by Prabhupada. Even though the hippies are lower graded, they were degraded life they were living, but the pure devotee of the Lord, Prabhupada, appeared there. By hearing his kirtan, they all joined. Every day they used to come, Prabhupada used to come, he used to sing, and these people would come in front of him and they used to dance. Then later, the changes happening in their heart, because Paramatma living in their heart. See, they never asked, like here, Parīkṣit Maharaj, he know that I'm going to die, so I wanted to have the association. So that's what he was thinking. Then Lord, because of his thinking, Lord sent the pure devotee, Śukadeva Gosvāmī. But these hippie people they never thought about their life. But they are living some kind of detached life. But maybe their previous life, they had some association of sadhus or something. They had their desire to go out of this birth and death cycle. So because of that, Lord purposefully sent a devotee from India to all those voyage, all those is happening. And this devotee also, who is the representative also, he has also a desire to serve the Lord in whatever the form. He wanted to serve the Lord. He wanted to spread the glories of the holy name towards the Western people. And his spiritual master, when the Prabhupada was at the age of 30, he met his spiritual master. Some 24, 25, first time he met his spiritual master. And that time, he was fully, it was before the independence. That time, he was fully attracted by the Gandhiji's, the non-cooperation movement. So he wanted to join there and he wanted to work for the nation. So that was his intention. In that, he never had any desire to become a devotee of the Lord. He is a devotee of the Lord, but he don't want to get into that fully. But when the association of his spiritual master, Śrīla Gosvāmī Maharaj, he instructed him, see, you are the English scholar, because that time British schools were there, British college was there. Prabhupada completed his degree in the British college. So he told that Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj told him that you are all the scholars in English, why don't you spread this Krishna consciousness in the Western worlds? Then immediately Prabhupada told, no Maharaj, this is, see, I wanted to, our nation is under British rule now. So I wanted to join Gandhiji and I want to work for independence. So then Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj told, see, if the kingdom, whatever ruling party, now Britishers are there, if you work for the independence, they may give the independence, but what will gain? What is the only change will happen? Instead of a British flag, some Indian flag will hoist there. That's all. Nothing will change. No management, no nothing will change. No arrangement, no, nothing will change. Everything will go as it is only. So you don't want to worry about whether it's a British ruler or an Indian ruler. Somebody rule on it. You are going to anyway. You are going to under them only. So don't worry for that. But we need to work for Lord. Lord's message we need to spread all over the world. That is our intention. That should be done by the devotees. So Lord gave, that is the instruction to us. So you go like that. You can go like that. He just instructed. That is at the age of 24, 25th, he got. But he prepared himself for so many years. At the age of 70, he had the chance to go to America. So see, when he was 25, when Barry was 70, at the age of 70, he went to America. So with America, he also not aware of anybody. So like that, he in front of the park, he was singing. The hippies came there. And later, after over a period of time, 6 months, all the hippies, they were all became a pure, they also became a devotees of the Lord. What they did, they used to have the big beard, the big long hair, the nasty, means very, very dirty dresses, and all those things they used to do. They used to intoxicate, all those things. They used to drink, they used to use the drugs, everything they did. But after the connection of this pure devotee of the Lord, Prabhupada, what happened? Their life also changed. They removed their hairs, they wear a bald head, they wear tilak, they wear kantimala, they wore the good, neat and clean dress, white color dress, and they became a Vaikuntha people. Earlier, they are the like kind of a Padala Loga people, Asuras. Within the association of the pure devotee, within 3 months, they become a pure devotees of the Lord, Vaikuntha people kind of. So later, they became a gurus, spiritual master also. So all those people, they are all those hippies. So even though the person, they may had a desire in the previous life, and this life, Lord will give them the chance to become a devotees of the Lord. So that is the reason desire is the only thing for to progress in spiritual life. And also, if you have the desire, real desire in your heart, I wanted to get out of this material world. I want to become a pure devotee of the Lord. Definitely, Lord will send his representative to who are desiring. Lord will send you different two representatives so that you will get the chance to association with the pure devotees, and you will hear something so that you can make your child life successful. So today's sloka, what we discussed is Śukadeva Gosvāmī appeared in this place voluntarily, and Parīkṣit Maharaj thinking that this is because of the Lord inspired him to go over there so that we can get the knowledge about the Lord. And the last 7 days for him, for Parīkṣit Maharaj, the last 7 days, he's going about to death after 7 days. So these 7 days I can spend with a pure devotee so that I can get some knowledge. This is the way I can spend the 7 days so that at the time of death, I can go out of this material world. I can make my life perfect. That is the way he thought. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.